Shalom, Reina Coins, it's Ellie here. So today we're going to talk about the false matriarchy propaganda. What do I even mean by any of that? I'm going to read to you what the actual definition of matriarchy is, and then I'm going to get more into why I believe it is a false propaganda that a lot of people are spreading. Like, when we hear the words propaganda and false, we're automatically triggered now because of so many things in the media, and it is not the mainstream media pushing this propaganda, which is why it is so much more believable than what the mainstream media pushes, which is the patriarchy, even though they do not speak blatantly about the patriarchy. So I'm going to read to you the definition of matriarchy. A system of society or government ruled by a woman or women. A form of a social organization in which descent and relationship are reckoned through the female line. The state of being an older, powerful woman in a group, a family, or a group. And so that is the textbook definition of patriarchy, which is what a lot of us assume that these spiritual teachers and spiritual leaders are sharing with us, right? That's what we are usually understanding and comprehending from our perspective. And here's what it literally just came to me today. I was not thinking about this. This is literally an upload that is freshly on my mind and on my spirit right now at this exact moment. So I pulled some cards just to preface. Like, this is why I do a pre-pull, and I put it in the thumbnail so y'all can see. I pre-pulled the 7 of Chalices, the 8 of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. Usually my pre-pull cards are pretty vibing, and like if I have a good message, they'll be really, really good cards. This is not a good message, because now a lot of people are going to have to go back and think like, wow, is this really what was going on? Because yes, I'm about to tell you what the actual truth is. Before I even explain these, right up under there on the bottom of the deck, first we have the Empress, and we have the Queen of Wands, which is Goddess Oshun and Goddess Mami Wata. So behind all of this mischief is the true matriarchy. So why I'm specifically using my African American tarot deck and not my other ones right now. For this reason, because our ancestors are really pissed right now, because we're behind these leaders and teachers thinking that we're doing the right thing, which we are. We are collectively doing the right thing as far as being educating ourselves and being our higher selves, intending to be who we're supposed to be. However, a lot of these people have taken their power to a different level. I will get into that in a few. And so this particular entity's name is Allura. This is the hidden god. This looks like somebody sneaky. They're not showing their face. They're not showing their true intentions or anything. This is the entity Eshu. And if you know anything about Eshu, you know about sneaky. Look, this looks like a child who just stole some candy who's running from their parent. Looks like that. And then this is the 10 of Swords. I don't even gotta explain this. This is Kolomolomo. That's the entity's name. And this is the beast that almost destroyed the entire world. So we have these masculines who are teachers online teaching about the uprising matriarchy, who are misusing and mistreating the matriarchy. They're mistreating and misusing the feminines, not only in their own lives, but the up and coming feminines. And so this is why it's a false propaganda. I'll read y'all's comments in a second, but I'm going to preface with this statement. The reason it's a false propaganda is because when we think of the patriarchy, we think about someone being tyrannical. We think of someone, a dictatorship. We think of someone using their power for the highest good of themselves and not the highest good of the collectives. They want to use people. They want to manipulate people to their own detriment. They're not encouraging anyone to be them best selves, instead of being susceptible to what someone else wants to do. They want to control people. The masculines who are pushing the matriarchy propaganda are the epitome of the patriarchy. they're being forced to tell us the truth. And this is why it's important to not just have discernment, but to pay attention to the teacher and the leader as a whole, instead of just blindly believing anything anyone says and not using them as an example of living life as well. If that particular person lives a particular lifestyle and it lines up with their teachings, then it's like, okay, it's one thing to repeatedly listen to their messages and to ingest and digest what it is they are sharing. If there's a person who is a hypocrite and they are not abiding by the actual teachings that they are sharing with their particular collective, there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on behind the scenes that the average person wouldn't know at all. And then those of us who are enlightened, we're still ignorant of, because we would never know these things. We just simply wouldn't know these things were happening behind the scenes. And so by me traveling and being around these particular people, I have firsthand experience of how actually bad it is. It's one thing to experience a person and they're just kind of slacking on a couple of things, and they may teach about it, or they may speak about it, but they're not all the way up to par of where they want to be for themselves. Nonetheless, they are still in process. They are still working. They are still achieving goals. They are still helping as many people as possible, and they're doing what they're supposed to do for their particular collective, for their audience, for those who support them. It's another thing to be around someone who's completely doing the exact opposite, and or they're utilizing their audience and their collective to what a lot of people are now familiar with the term energy harvest, or looshing, or literally sucking the life out of. People think that they are supporting, sharing the message, spreading the message of someone who is helping the collective, where it's like, maybe their information and knowledge is correct. However, they have an entire agenda behind what they're doing. Okay, I'm gonna read y'all's comments. Michael Johnson said, "Hey Ellie, what's good?" Tyrone Johnson said, "Ellie, God, yo." My apologies, let me focus. Just been a wild reflection. Facts. Look at Umar, his latest decisions. Look. I seen that. I don't have too much to say about Umar. I'm not a follower of his, but if you would like to use him as an example, that's, I haven't spoken on her and what she decides to do, or him and his decisions of partnering with certain people and collaborating with certain people. I choose not to. Now, I never met Dr. Umar. I did meet David Banner a few years ago at a modeling opportunity that I was a part of. And I'm going to say it like this. He's a really nice person. So it's like, when I think of those people who have been in really, really big productions, really big, like they have a really big platform, I know that they kind of have to spread themselves thin, just because that's how industry stuff is. You'll see Dr. Umar and David Banner everywhere. If a person's black, they're going to be around them. So it's like, I kind of get it from their perspective. However, the people who are completely independent and they are doing things by their own, whether it's their own dollar or their own support system from their audience, that's where it's like, okay, you're not signed to anybody. Like Dr. Umar and David Banner, like they have teams that they work with. It's not quite Holly weird. However, like they're really intertwined with those people. So sometimes you just have to do what the dollar says, and I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. I'm just letting y'all know that's how industry stuff works, okay? And so when you have these independent content creators and influencers and people that we look up to because they are independent, that's different. You're supposed to be your most authentic self. You're not being supported by a big team. You don't have a big, huge marketing team. All you have is you, your phone, your laptop, and your supporters. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Okay. These are the same people who sit online and say all this stuff that sounds good online, and they don't live it. And this is why it's a propaganda. So when we think about the patriarchy, we think of the masculine being the head of the household, having his wife or wives, and having their children. There you go. having their wife or wives and their children being in their household, right? They are spreading the propaganda of matriarchy so that they can relinquish their responsibilities. I need y'all to hear me. I need y'all to hear me. They don't want there to be a matriarchy so that the feminine is seen as far as being part of the whole unit of the family, as being head of household. They don't want there to be a balance between the masculine and feminine, which a true matriarchy is. They want the matriarchy to completely take the role of the patriarchy. So I read to you the textbook definition. We're going by what we're supposed to be seeing in the spiritual community, the woke community, the conscious community. All right? Those of us who are black and conscious, those of us who are aware of what's been going on. Okay? They don't want it to be, okay, we have the father and we have the mother and they make decisions together and they're working together. That's not what they're saying. They are leading you to think that that's what they're saying, which is why they're so particular about the words that they say. What they truly desire is for the feminine to take role of everything and for the masculine to chill out and relax. How do I know this? Like I said, I've been around a lot of these people. Think about it. How many black males do we know that are baby dads who don't have their own place to stay, who don't have their own mode of transportation, and they're supposed to be paying child support, but they don't? Doesn't that sound like the feminine is taking the role, the lead in that sort of dynamic? Isn't that what that sounds like? Yet, it's these same guys who do those things who are teaching everybody about the matriarchy. To them, the matriarchy is the feminine goes to work and provides for the family, and the masculine stays home and takes care of the children. They're not saying this blatantly and out loud. It's a subliminal, so that when certain things happen and you see a strong female, you think, oh, the matriarchy is rising. No, that's not what's supposed to be going on. Yes, we are supposed to have females as leaders. We are supposed to have feminine leaders. That's not the issue. The underlying false truth that they are trying to spread as a propaganda is that the masculine isn't supposed to have as many responsibilities. No, the only reason that the matriarchy is even at the point that it's at, as far as coming back to the surface, is because the masculines have slacked so much on their responsibilities. We wouldn't have to discuss things like the matriarchy rising if we didn't have to deal with so many baby dad issues. Are we saying that there's no such thing as baby mama issues? That's not at all the case. A baby mom, and this is the thing too, instead of taking full responsibility, a lot of masculines like to turn it around and make it to where, oh, well, my baby mom this, my baby mom that. Who decided to lay with who? Both of y'all decided to lay with each other. If that's the case, because we're not even going to get into the forcing situations, but let's say everybody was consenting. Both people decided to lay down with each other. Both people produce a child and or children. Does it make sense for the feminine to have to take care of every single thing financially, taking care of the children, making sure that they have everything that they need, and taking care of herself? Does that make sense? And these masculines choose not to do something as simple as paying child support. We're not even, like, a lot of these guys don't even take the time out for their children. They will lie and say that, oh, my baby mom this, my baby mom that, so I can't see my kids. It's not even true. It's not even true. The baby mom is on the phone like, come pick up your kids, and they're lying to all their friends and all their family members saying, she's not letting me see my kids. These are the same guys who are teaching everybody about the matriarchy. The same guys who refuse to have a job because they don't want their paycheck garnished for child support. They want the feminine to take care of everything. So that's why they push the matriarchy, because they're lazy bums. This is why it's a false propaganda. So as a feminine, I'm speaking out about it because I recognize that we are strong individuals. Those, because I'm part of the matriarchy of Generation Z. I am one of the eldest of Generation Z. So for my particular generation, I'm automatically a matriarchy. I'm one of the first adults in my entire generation. Plus, I am already a mother. And so that already gives me matriarchy type status in my generation. So when I speak to younger feminines, I'll be like, look, don't let a guy boost your head up calling you the matriarchy and he expects for you to take care of everything and he stay at home with the kids. That's not even how that's supposed to work. The matriarchy is a system to where the feminine is just as involved, if not more involved, on how the family functions and how the community functions. The feminine focuses on the functionality of society, not provision. The masculine, regardless of matriarchy or patriarchy, is still the provider and supposed to be the protector, because a lot of y'all masculines don't even know how to protect nobody. You think having a gun is protecting you. That's not what that is. That's not what that is. Stop being stupid. Stop being slow. And I'm tired of being nice. I'm so tired of being nice. What's the point of continuing to be nice when there are people who are assaulting people left and right, and there's masculines who don't care? Anyway, feminists, don't let your head get boosted up until you where you're tricked into thinking that you're supposed to be taking care of a masculine. No, that's not what the matriarchy is. The matriarchy is where you have just as much or if more of a say on how the functionality of the home works. So what's an example of that? If a guy has a job and you're taking care of the home as a feminine, he brings home his paycheck and y'all budget together. Or he gives you the whole paycheck and you budget it out. You take out a certain amount for the family investments or for whatever is necessary for the business if y'all have one. Of course, you take out whatever groceries you may need if you're going to, whether go to the grocery store still, or you have connections with other farmers and gardeners, or you go to the farmer's market. If you still have a mortgage or pay rent, and if you still pay taxes, you take out budget for that. You put forth like budgeting towards, like, if you guys need some new clothes, whatever hair products, whatever hygienic products you guys may use. If you have like an exquisite taste for certain things like your crystal collections and things like that, put out a budget for that. Okay, whatever type of routine y'all have, if y'all like traveling, you set out a budget for that. That is what the matriarchy is, not the fucking feminine going to work and providing for the masculine. And that's what they not telling y'all. They not telling y'all that that's what they want. They're not going to tell you that. I've heard it with my own ears. I sat in the rooms with these people and I just sit back and listen. I just let them talk. I take it in, I listen, and I completely digest what's going on, and I see them, I watch them give their lectures. I see them and I watch them go live and talk to y'all. I see them and I watch them get on the phone with y'all and have conversations with y'all. I've seen it. They don't want the feminine to be in power so that there's an equal give and take, an equal balance of how the home is supposed to function, how society is supposed to function, how the government is supposed to function. They want to sit back, relax, and be taken care of like a big mama and a little baby boy. They want to go to grandma's house. Fuck a mom. They want to go to grandma's house and get taken care of. Because you know what it's like at grandma's house. You go to grandma's house, she gonna have a meal ready for you. She gonna have the TV on. She'll be like, oh, you want to go to the store, go get you some fun? Okay, let's go to the store, go get you something real quick. She not going to treat you like mom. Grandma and Big Mama and Madame Medea, she different. She different than Mama. Mama going to tell your ass straight, hey, you better straighten the fuck up, nigga, before I fuck your ass up. Or if you're like me, all I got to do is look at my son. You really finna do that right now? All right, put it down. Grandma gonna do you different than mama gonna do. They want us to treat them like grandmothers treat their grandsons. That's what their definition of matriarchy is. That's what they're not telling you. That's not what they're going to tell you. Because what does that look like? Being a grown man asking to be taken care of like a grandson. I'm gonna read y'all's comments in 1 second. Like I said, you got all this mischief, all these hidden plans, and these are all masculines. These are all masculines. Masculine, masculine, masculine. Even the figures, the African American figures. Let me see, this is a feminine right here, but this is a masculine. This is a masculine. And these two back here are masculines. These are the teachers that we have up here on this internet who all they have is their supporters. All they have is the people that follow them. All they have is their audience that they speak to on the internet. And then you got us feminists in the background like, hell no, we're not finna let this shit slide. Yeah, we know we're supposed to be rulers. Yeah, we know we're mother figures and we got the infinite fertility flowing waters. We know that. You not finna put us to work, nigga. We finna put your ass to work because y'all ain't been working right. That's what the matriarchy is. They don't want that though. They want this false matriarchy propaganda to succeed. Okay. LALI said, peace, goddess, one love. What's good? What's good? Shalom. Tyrone Johnson said, me either. I've over the years observed that it was just something about his energy. Yeah. Win Wortman said, peace, goddess. Shalom, peace, Win. Tyrone Johnson said, they are on the fence. I agree. The role they play is pivotal to our people. Kenneth Brown, Big Mama energy is in the house. I am glad. And the father energy. Do y'all feel this energy? Wow. Hi, goddess. Yeah, this is like, that is, it's a thing. It really is a thing. It's just the English language has been warped so much and people know how to warp people's thought processes on these particular things. I love our younger goddess, true feminist. Gratitude. Tyrone Johnson said, respectfully, there is a third angle to Ellie. Okay, what is that? Kenneth Brown said, and I love all y'all here too. Peace. Tyrone Johnson said, peace, Kenneth. Kenneth said, peace to you. Okay. Tyrone said, protection begins with intelligence. Tiana Shepard said, yes, it's time for the feminine to take our place. We are God, and it shows. Tyrone Johnson said, in context, you are spot on. Kenneth Brown said, yes. Tyrone said, Tiana, you are missing a few. Okay. Tyrone said, you are special, embrace that. Kenneth said, they have no choice but to obey cosmic order. Exactly. It's no choice but to obey cosmic order. That's why they're teaching about it. However, they have their own agenda behind it. And that's all I'm bringing to light right now. It's not that they are wrong. They're just not telling you the context of their beliefs and what they're subliminally pushing out. Tiana said, thank you, Tyrone. It was, okay. Tyrone said, I know he's huge by now. You're okay. Kenneth said, that's right. Speak, goddess. The truth hurts. I am an elder and enjoy this message. Gratitude to you, Kenneth. Mega harassed by FISA program said, much intelligence. You and your destiny keep speaking. The ancestors is bringing hurricanes and destruction. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tiana said, I'm so happy this is being talked about now. This is how I know feminism is rising. Been feeling it and talking about it for a while now. Glad I tuned in. I'm glad you're here as well, goddess, because, you know, most of my audience is masculines, and I guess it's like that for a reason. A lot of people try to make it seem like most of my audience is masculines because of my appearance. I just don't really know what's sexy about this. And most of the time when we have conversations, it's not even like that. I don't know. So I'm always glad to see feminists in my comment section because it's, I don't know what this stuff is with this spiritual, woke, conscious community. Like, no, people is tweaked out, people is crazy, and nobody wants to go get a mental health evaluation. I just got one court ordered about almost a year ago. So I'm just like, I feel like everybody should just get one at this point because I'm really tired. I'm tired, really. Tyrone said, the third angle is that a man who is working it out the masculine way, but as we know, or are learning, Big Brother has revised the system to empower the feminine to this position. I see that. Kenneth said, "I love you for getting on everybody." Yeah, that's. I get it's my specialty. I guess like I wasn't trying to get on the internet to do that, but I do that in real life and I do it on the internet. That's why people don't like me most of the time, but it's okay. I'm glad that you appreciate it. And so yes, Tyrone, you are correct. The Big Brother, glad you brought up that terminology, has made it to where it's easier for the feminine to be able to do certain things versus the masculine. And that is why we're in a position now where we are to balance everything out and not completely give the provision role to the feminine. Like when you like that's what I mean by the false propaganda. That's the false propaganda right there, to where the feminine has to take care of the masculine because it's easier for the feminine to take care of the masculine, when that's what's intentionally happening by the Matrix by itself. Hold on one second. MJ, calm down. Yeah. And so, yeah. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards to see if any feminine figures come out for this real quick, because I'm picking up quite a bit. It's just not translating into words. Tyrone said, exactly, Kenneth. I am with your goddess. Kenneth said, you are a true creator. And Tyrone said, MJ sounds bigger. Yeah, he's 6 now. He's 6 now. Mega harassed by visa system said feminine. I mean, okay, what was the last thing you said? Okay. Oh yeah. Like all the crazy stuff with the hurricanes, that's Yemiya. She tearing it up. I've been saying on my Instagram that the aquatic kingdom has been speaking to us a lot. I don't know what people aren't comprehending about that. I don't live near the shores. And I haven't been near the shores. I was supposed to be near the shores right now. However, it didn't work out. So there's a reason that I'm not near the shores. But for everybody who's woke and conscious and all that other stuff, and y'all live near the shorelines, what y'all doing? Are y'all connected with the aquatic kingdom at all? Because they tearing it up. And apparently nobody's talking, like, no offense to the people in Maui, but like, I mean, come on now. Like that, it shouldn't have happened that way. None of this should be happening the way it's happening. That's another masculine. We have Ding with the Hermit card. The Magic Touch said, peace, Empress Ellie. Peace, Shalom to you as well. The Magic Touch, I love your name. Tyrone said, have y'all been catching the shorts with the animals glitching? Mega harassed by the FISA program. She is tearing up they behind. Yep. And we have the Lovers card, and it's in reverse. That I don't usually have my cards reversed, and I don't usually take them reversed, but this is significant. The Lovers card came out in reverse. And then we have Ngai with the Ace of Pentacles. I was going to take 3, but they're telling me to pull 1 more. Then we have the Five of Swords. You know, it's just a bunch of masculines coming out on some weirdo energy. I'm going to be straight up with you. Kenneth said, I've been seeing 222, 1111, 555, 444, 1212, 333, and wow. Same for all of those except for 1212. But yeah, I've been seeing all of those as well. Not as much 1212. Okay, they said pull 1 from this deck right here. These are the ones that look like flashcards. But they're the same cards. They're still the African American Tarot deck. I was looking for some feminine figures, and we haven't had any. No feminines have come out. None. None at all. A Lighthouse Society said, hello, Sovereign Empress, peace goddess. What's good? Shalom, peace to you as well. Yeah, we got all masculine figures, except for the Lover's card, which is both, but it's in reverse. So, I'll read these to y'all. This is the Hermit card. This is the entity Ding. Okay, we know with the Hermit, we're in Virgo season right now. The hermits are. I have to speak on it. I have to speak on it because this is what's coming through. This was amplified during the 2020 lockdowns. People being alone, people being by themselves, people being isolated, people being in hermit mode by force. Was this a good thing? Yes. However, it brought out a lot of people's shadow sides, which is when you started seeing a lot more of these guys coming to the surface with their platforms talking about the matriarchy this and the divine feminine this and that. Okay? And through that, they just got used to being alone and not realizing how creepy and weird they actually are and how harmful that is to really everybody. Like when we say harmful to society, like people just, it sounds cool and triggering to say. No, they've become an actual harm to themselves and to other people, which is society. What else? What else do you want me to say? Oh, it made the masturbation rates go up a whole lot, and they lost touch of what it was to be not just in a relationship, but to even, if you're gonna have relations with somebody, if you're gonna have a sneaky link, if you're gonna have a friends with benefits, that didn't even happen a whole lot. And so they lost touch with what it was to share sensuality and intimacy with other people or the opposite gender in any sort of form. I'm talking about heterosexual males. These are the main ones talking about this, because homosexual males, they don't even speak on this type of frequency most of the time. They're able to really comprehend what's going on, which is a different topic that these heterosexual males don't even want to address. Regardless though, they masturbate way too much and they sexualize people. Like I said, people sexualize me all the time. I don't post sexual content on YouTube. That's not what happens. So like sometimes I can get it when it comes to my Instagram, because it's like, oh, she's attractive, she's posting attractive selfies and pictures and stuff like that. It's like, okay, she's posting like, you know, booty pictures or whatever. Like, yeah, like I'll do that every once in a blue moon or something. Literally, I did it this past blue moon. Literally on the blue moon. Literally. Yet they'll make that my entire identity in their heads because they fucking masturbate too much. And they lost touch of what it was to be with a real person. Is that it? What else can I say about that? They don't want me to show y'all the next card until I hit on another point. But I'm trying to see exactly what that point is. The solitude made them think that pornography was real life, because we already had those issues before lockdown. But once lockdown happened and they got literally trapped in their houses, then it became even more real to them in their heads. So they would watch porn, go on things like Instagram, go on things like YouTube, and think that a feminine is supposed to be the exact same way. When that actress, that's an actress, she's getting paid to get fucked by a bunch of niggas. That is not what a true divine feminine or a matriarchy does. At the end of the day, we know that some of these grandmas were hoes. We know that. That's okay. All right? That was them living their lives. Everybody does what they do. It is what it is. However, to sit up and speak about the enlightened divine feminine and a female who's supposed to be in a position of power and someone who's supposed to actually hold a position of power within society, and to sexualize her so much through a fucking phone screen or a computer screen is actually insane. A lot of these guys lost their minds. Like, a lot of them, they still have knowledge and information, which is why they still create their content. But a lot of them actually lost their minds during lockdown, being by themselves. They really did. They really did. That's straight from the ancestors. I wasn't even going to talk about that. So now we have the Lover's card in reverse. Again, with this masturbation thing, and it got out of hand. Like, it really just got out of hand. Like, these guys, these are the guys who talk about semen retention the least. So when you have like certain guys who do speak about things like semen retention, holding your seed, and conserving your life force energy as a masculine, they don't talk about the matriarchy as much. Are they against the matriarchy? Probably not. However, they know who they are as a masculine to know that they're not going to push a certain type of agenda. All they're doing is being a masculine example of what other masculines are supposed to be doing and who are they supposed to be being. And so they'll speak on things like semen retention versus trying to push the feminine and boost the feminine's head up and try to manipulate the masses into thinking that they are to physically worship the feminine while treating them like shit in real life. The Lover's card in reverse. You have the masculine here and the feminine here, and it's imbalanced completely. Completely. These guys don't know what a relationship is. They don't take care of their children, which is coming up next. And they don't know how to treat females. So how are they worshiping females online and mistreating them in real life? There's one particular masculine who I will not mention their name in this particular video. I've mentioned them several times before, calling them out on their bullshit. Where they don't have a driver's license or any type of ID. They don't have a job or business. All they do is sit online and take Cash App donations. And even when it came to something as simple as renting a car, they needed my help and their sister's help in order to do it. My help because I have a driver's license that's valid, and their sister's help for the technical stuff and for finances. And that person is in their 50s. So when I say things like woke broke niggas, this is what I mean. These guys claim to be spiritual, they claim to be woke, they claim to be conscious, they sit up here, take Cash App donations from you guys. And at the end of the day, they're working off the backs of feminines in their lives. And some feminines get so desensitized to it that they think it's normal. Oh, that's just my uncle, that's just my brother, that's just my cousin, that's just my baby dad, that's just my... They in their heads, they make it so normal to the point where then they get a boyfriend who ain't got shit for nothing, ain't got a pot to piss in, ain't even got a pot to steam some water in. And they let them be bums in their house. What that new thing that people call like hobosexuals. They be having these bum ass boyfriends who are basically homeless, and they bring them into their house, and then they're running through jobs when they're not even running through jobs. They're just choosing to be bums. And they'll have a job for a certain period of time to keep her happy. Then they'll lose their job because they're lazy. And then they'll just bum off the female saying, I can't get a job. When sometimes getting a job can be difficult. However, they're not even, that's not what's going on with them. They're lying. They're being impatient. They're not doing the work. Because are they working on a business while they're filtering through jobs? No. No, they're not. Do they have an investment portfolio that they're working on while they're in between jobs? No, they do not. Not my light flickering. These dudes do not know how to love. They don't know how to provide and protect. They don't know nothing. They think that they are running game on a female. With those types of guys, they are running game. They think they're running game because they have a place to stay. And then you have Guy. I'm gonna read those comments in a minute. Then you have Guy. It's spelled apostrophe Ngai. The protector of newborns. The Ace of Pentacles. They'll see. This is the masculine here. This is what the masculine's supposed to do. They got the baby girl, the baby boy, and they're providing for them and protecting them. They want the feminine to be in this role all the time. There is not a baby mama epidemic. There is a bum ass nigga epidemic. Yes, there are some. Here's the thing too. Like, this is what people aren't like when it comes to the whole gold digger thing or females trapping dudes with babies, right? You'll have like an athlete or a very, very wealthy musician or something like that, and people will be like, oh, that girl, that's his baby mom, she trapped him with a baby. Okay, let's use Nick Cannon for example. Even though his ladies, they're not gold diggers. They be having their own stuff going on. Okay. Don't you think Nick Cannon can afford to pay for all his kids? Like, he can actually, if they were to put him on child support, they could pay for it. And here's the thing about Nick Cannon. He not paying child support. Go on TikTok. He over there dancing with his children. At least for the oldest two. You know, the other ones, I don't know what their relationship is. I'm just saying, when people be like, oh, she trapped this athlete with a baby, blah, blah, blah. They can afford it. So it's one thing for a female to trap a very wealthy guy with a baby, because it was his choice to lay down with her anyway. It's a whole nother thing to be a bum ass nigga and live off of a female with her own kids. Bro, they don't even be housing their baby dads. I'm just saying, like, it's one thing to be a bum nigga and that's your baby mom. Okay, I'm not condoning the fact that you're not providing properly. Y'all, I'm trying my best not to read y'all's comments because I don't want to laugh too much right now. It's one thing to bum off your own baby mom and, you know, act like you're being a dad. That's one thing. These dudes be sitting up here pretending to be stepdads, bro. They be up in the crib pretending to be stepdads because they are a figure in the house. That's a dude. That's a male. That's a masculine. They not provided, like, these the type of dudes that be like, you got to go 50-50 in a relationship when they not even bringing 50-50 to the relationship. She got the crib. She got the car. She got the children. She got the job. She bringing 75%. That nigga probably not even bringing 25% into the home. Let alone if he got his own kids. So you telling me that these are the guys who are supposed to be providing and protecting and who are so happy about the matriarchy rising? And these are the guys that our kids are supposed to be looking up to? Because here's the thing. You're supposed to be the example for your children, right? You're not supposed to let other figures and other individuals, other personalities raise your children. That's why when you brought up the Dr. Umar thing and who he was with, I'm like, look, none of them girls represent me and who I would like for my son to be in a relationship with when he gets older. They're just females who happen to be famous. There's a whole lot of females who happen to be famous and rich. All you gotta do is pick the right ones that you want to be in, you know, in your child's face. It's not my fault that they happen to get rich and famous. It's nobody's fault that they got rich and famous. So to blame popular figures, like, because somebody brought up a really, really good point too. Saying things like, you know, rappers, they're bad examples. They spread violence and this and that. Okay, if we gonna really talk about it, how many of those rappers also got baby moms that they actually take care of? It's a good amount of. How many of those same rappers that people like to talk so bad about go back to their communities, give away food, give away school supplies? They do this and they do that. Back in Memphis, like some athletes, they would pay people's utility bills. Just randomly out of nowhere, just give the utility company in Memphis, it's called MLG&W. So it'll be like a commercial where MLG&W would say, hey, this particular athlete or this rapper is paying utilities, so bring your bill if you're behind and we'll help you out. Or they'll be like, for all the single moms, this particular athlete or this rapper is going to be doing it. So these bum niggas that ain't got no money are the ones speaking about this, though. You don't hear these rappers and these athletes talking about no matriarchy rising. They're the ones taking care of everybody. I don't care what you think a rapper got going on because they say certain things in their music. What are they doing for the community? A lot more than these bum niggas. What? They're the ones actually taking care of the community. I don't care what you think about Rick Ross. Have you ever followed Rick Ross's business content? He's really telling people for free. He'll go on people's podcasts. He'll go, even, what's his name? Will I Am. These figures are telling you the game, but people get so distracted by the media and what's in their music that they don't listen to nothing outside of, oh, I'm hitting licks, nigga. I be getting chicks, nigga. Like, okay, they probably do hit licks. They probably do get chicks. At the same time, they telling you how to do all this stuff and how to move around the system, but people not listening to that, though. Yet, we get on Instagram, we get on YouTube, we get on, what's it called, Telegram? I don't got a Telegram. Fuck that shit. We get on Facebook, and then there's bum niggas teaching about the matriarchy when they're living off of the matriarchy. That's why they want the matriarchy to be in power. And a lot of these niggas are about to be exposed. So in the back, you have Marcus Garvey. And we can appreciate Marcus Garvey. He was a public figure who was actually doing a lot for the community. And I don't think he ever got appreciated during his time period. And he ended up like looking like a bad person. I didn't know who Marcus Garvey was until 2021. Yeah. And so once I learned who Marcus Garvey was, I'm like, oh, heck yeah. Because he's one of the mentors of Malcolm X. But people don't talk about that, though. Malcolm X was heavy into Garveyism. Garveyism. He was a follower of Marcus Garvey. However, Marcus Garvey ended up looking like the bad guy because of, propaganda. When he was actually a good guy. So these people on the internet, and even some of the guys you meet in person, like, and especially a lot of these guys don't even meet in person. You got to watch out for the people who are not gathering people together, who are not even attempting to travel to go do other things with other people to help them build. If they just in their house going live and posting stuff all day, yeah. If you don't see them out in nature meditating with the actual life force energy that is Gaia, that is Mother Nature, yeah. They're all getting exposed right now. It's like actively happening. It's actively happening right now. And then at the bottom of the deck is the god Ogun. I feel like Ogun is misunderstood sometimes, and I don't think it's really fair. Because, like, I used to have beef with Ogun. Like, a couple years ago, we didn't get along that well in the spirit realm. And now I kind of get him. Sometimes he's so masculine that it can get out of hand. And that's why he needs to have a feminine around. And if you know anything about the Orisha storylines, you'll know that Oya is his ex-wife. And it just wasn't, Oya was really too masculine for him. It was way better for Oya to be with Shango, even though Shango. It's better for Oya to be with Shango than Ogun, because she's just a little too masculine for Ogun. He really needs somebody who's a lot more feminine. And so that's just my take on it. Regardless though, these are the type of guys who are kind of confused. They're like caught up in the mix of all this. They're like, okay, I'm a masculine and I'm being in my masculine energy, yet I'm not being appreciated for being in my masculine energy, and I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like this is like more the younger generation who's watching these older guys and just kind of like seeing the hypocrisy. They're just seeing the hypocrisy, and they're working hard. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're working out, probably practicing semen retention. They're doing all they're supposed to do. And they can appreciate the feminine. However, at the same time, they're also being told by these elder masculines this and that. And they're just like, should I listen to this elder masculine, or should I listen to what the feminines are doing and saying right now? And that's where it can be conflicting, because these are supposed to be elders. These are supposed to be people we can look up to. Damn. I was going to be done with those cards, but apparently I'm not. Okay, even further on the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords, which again, we got that sneaky energy. The baboon tricks the lion, just sneaky. And then we have the Ten of Wands, which is the night crawlers, the night walkers, the evil witch doctors. Okay. these are the same people who are energy looshing, who are energy harvesting off of everybody's hope of things changing. They want things, people want things to change so bad that they'll accept darn near any kind of change, which you can't, blame the collective for wanting there to be change, because it does make sense for more females to be in power, because it just makes sense. Like, a lot of these males who've been in power for so long, we see that the system hasn't been working. So it makes sense for more feminists to be in power. At the same time, they have their own agenda behind what they're saying. And then who do we have? The Queen of Chalices. This is the goddess Marwe. This particular, she wasn't a deity before. She was a person who died, and then she came back to life through the waters, basically. And so this is just the feminine rising up again in a different way, because she also has a masculine. This is not for her to take on this journey alone and do everything alone. She needs the masculine. We need each other. This is what I don't get. I don't get this shit. Why is niggas trying to be like, why are they lying? Why are they lying about the dynamic of these relationships or how they're supposed to go? Why are they lying? Why would you create an entire system, an entire platform, an entire existence on the internet? They're not telling lies, but they're living lies. They're teaching the truth and living a lie. They're subliminally trying to get other people into their thought process. They think that using a female is what being masculine is. They're just bitch nigga pimps. They're just bitch nigga pimps. Cause like a real pimp gonna say, hey, you my hoe now. And she can't do nothing but be like, okay. Ain't she gonna be a hoe for him? That's how real pimps work. Don't mind me, I'm from Memphis. I just know this shit. But these guys are the simp pimps. They the type to take some time, they groom the feminines, and then they just make them kind of docile, and they be like, yeah, the matriarchy's rising, I love you, goddess, and you're beautiful, goddess, and hey, can you do this for me? Them types. They them types. They them types. Oh yeah, I love you so much, and oh, you're so powerful. I see every day that, oh, the divine feminine just it just lives through you so much. Hey, do me this favor real quick. If you don't get your bitch ass on my motherfucking face, nigga, then they wonder why a lot of us are so masculine. Because we gotta deal with this bullshit all the time. In the woke, spiritual, conscious space, we talking about things like indigenous beings, aboriginals, the original bloodlines, the royal bloodlines, the Moors, the Native Americans, the African Americans, the Negroes, the coloreds. We're talking about things like that. And they still trying to run game. Type of shit is that? Oh, grand rising, beautiful goddess. Oh, peace, sister. I just believe that you're doing such a wonderful job, and I gotta ask you something real quick. How do you feel about man, fuck you, bro. Do you know how many niggas be in my DMs on that type of energy, bro? That's what I'm saying. It's not just an internet thing. I have been around these guys. I've been around them. I know how they move. I know how they operate. They put on a persona on the internet, and they act that persona a little bit in real life, and then their true colors show. I ain't gotta sit up here and lie to y'all. I don't gain nothing from lying to y'all. They gain a lot from lying to y'all. If I was to sit up here and be the image that they want me to be, which is like this sexy bitch who just looks spiritual, I'd have way more subscribers, I'd have way more followers on Instagram, and I'd be getting cash out donations left and right. Y'all don't be hitting up my cash app like that. Am I complaining about it? Not at all, because I know what y'all niggas be on. Y'all niggas be sending cash out donations expecting something back. That shit weird. That shit crazy. That shit is mental. That is mental. And then for this other deck, I pulled the Hangman, which is the Observer. That's Ifa, the god of fate and destiny. Initiation, ritual. I told y'all they be doing rituals. I pulled the card. I told y'all they be energy harvesting and looshing energy. I said that. Then I just pulled the card. Wisdom, spiritual strength, inner depth, mysticism, self-sacrifice, dedication. This is the image that they put on and portray on the internet with all their supporters. And this is who they truly are in real life. Lack of a sense, isolation, stagnant situation, renunciation, and frustration. These niggas are sexually unsatisfied to the point of creating fake personas on the internet and pretending to be great people so that people will give them money and so they can get bitches. The Hebrews too. The Hebrews are using the Bible to get bitches. Yeah. That's why I'm coming after the Hebrews next. I'm gonna get them later. I'm just getting on the spiritual niggas probably for the rest of the year. I don't know. I'm gonna get the Hebrews later. Yeah. I'm talking 50K subscribers, 100K subscribers, 10,000, 20,000 followers on Instagram. I'm talking about yeah. They use the Bible to get bitches. And they be talking about the pulpit pimps though. How you gonna talk bad about pastors when you... Anyway. Then on the bottom of that deck is the god Gu, which is the Eight of Pentacles. The god of tools. So very similar. Where you go? Very, very similar to Ogun. Ogun. Okay. So very similar to Ogun. Gu's over here doing his work. Manual dexterity, craftsmanship, skill, dedication, and commitment. Like they trying, they dedicating themselves to what's supposed to be going on, but it's really confusing and they can't get a grip of what actually is true and what isn't. And that's why you take the teachings from these people, you take what applies, and you follow basically your own example, because these people out here are not living. That's why I'm a life influencer. I don't just talk about homeschooling. I don't just talk about gardening. I don't just talk about entrepreneurship. I actually live this. I actually do this. If there's guys on the internet, I'll talk about masculine specifically. If there's guys on the internet who are talking about these things, oh, our children are being indoctrinated. Oh, we need to take our kids out to school. We need to quit our jobs. And they're not doing it? Man, fuck them. Fuck them. Leave them alone. They're not good examples to follow, and they're using your energy. If you still follow them, if you still, like, I'm not saying that you can't learn from anybody. Like, we can all learn from somebody. And it's not that they, like I said, a lot of them aren't even teaching inaccurate information. The information is not the problem. It's who they are as individuals that is the problem. Y'all wonder why a lot of crazy stuff's going on in the spiritual community right now? Y'all want to know who's doing spell work on who? I know. I'm not a popular creator. I'm part of the circle, though. I've been chilling in the back observing before I started making content. I started watching a lot of these people years ago. People be asking me, oh, do you watch Kalai? I'm not calling out Kalai, I'm just saying. Do you watch Kalai? I'm like, I mean, I know who he is. I've seen him collaborate with a few people I know, and I feel like he has good information. I don't follow him, though. I found out who Kalai was in 2020 when I was chilling with the Hebrew people, because he was giving information about Devok 19. When he was sharing that information, I shared his stuff. I'll watch his live sometimes, and like, you know, he didn't have nothing to do with Hebrew, nothing. So at the time, I didn't follow him. And even in the spiritual community, where people talk about him a lot, I just never really felt the need to follow him. If he has like information that I feel like is important, then, you know, it'll be for me to learn about it. Otherwise, I don't need to consume his content all the time. Man, I've been to who a lot of these niggas was. I didn't think getting into the community would be like this. As far as being a content creator, being in the audience is way more of an enjoyable experience than being a content creator, because you think that collaborating with people, you think meeting people, you think that building with people is all going to be amazing. It's fucking not. This has been the worst experience professionally. one of the worst experiences professionally that I've ever had. Because nothing can beat the stuff that happened before I became part of the spiritual community. Like, I had some whole other stuff happen. People think that they hurt me because a lot of people tried to hurt me. People think they hurt me, but it's like, you can't do nothing worse than what has ever happened to me professionally or in my home life. So, you tried it. But that's the thing, too. Why are spiritual people trying to be bad people? Why are their intentions bad when they know what's up? These niggas know what's up. They know they got an owl, yet they still trying to be sneaky. They still trying to be sneaky and do bad stuff. Over here, night walking ass, evil witch doctor ass niggas, doing spells on people. Oh, I want all my followers to keep following me no matter what, and to send me cash out donations no matter what their current financial situation is. Y'all don't think they do that? I do the exact opposite. We got an abundance meditation and we got some abundance rituals on my page. I do the exact opposite of that. They be conjuring y'all's energy, literally. It's not a good thing at all, which is why they're falling. And they're not even expressing, like, the bad stuff that's happening. They're not going to talk about the bad stuff. I tell y'all, like, when I go through a hard time, I tell y'all, like, when I go through certain stuff sometimes. Because it's spiritual warfare. They're not going to tell y'all about this spiritual warfare. They not. Why? Because it's karma for them. It's not even spiritual warfare. For me, it don't be karma. This is, like, past life issues. Like, these are enemies that I had in my past life on some crazy spiritual shit, like, you know, people like to say that they're spiritual and they know this stuff. People will know exactly who you are and attack you for that. You don't know why. You don't know how. It'll just happen. I'm going to read y'all's comments, though. And if I'm called to pull some more cards, then I'll read those. Y'all had me rolling. I was doing my best not to read y'all's comments. Okay. Ooh, y'all had a lot of comments. Okay. Ooh, okay. Mega harassed by FISA program said we must take on our teachers' energies. They always locking them up or killing them. That's the thing. The ones who really be true be the ones getting locked up. And that's why it's sad. That's why it's extra sad. Kendra said, are y'all on fire on the inside? Feels good to me. Tyrone said, there was a cat glitching at a hose spigot standing on his hind legs, and the spigot stuck soaking wet. Then there was a whale with his tail straight in the air for over 60 seconds. Absolutely no movement. What? I've been seeing more personified animals. They acting like people sort of thing. Trying to be humanoids. I haven't seen those types of glitches that you mentioned. Tiana said, what does a lovers in reverse mean? Okay, yeah. I explained that. Tyrone said, like up the stream, y'all. Ellie, show some love. I appreciate that, Tyrone. Yeah, they wild and Ellie. You're not even that type. You're on the ancestors. Yo. On the ancestors, bro. Like, I don't know what they be thinking about. I mean, like, I'll have fun sometimes, but damn, like, I'm 25. These folks in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, let me have fun. I'm having fun right now. Kendra said 12 years alone and the masturbation, getting over it. Tyrone said, you are respected by the strong. I greatly appreciate that. Kendra said, no, not me at all. Love them come back on the throne. Tiana said, it's getting deep. Tyrone said, I kid you not, I've never been able to look at my shit and spank one out. It's weird to me, bro. This junk responsible for reproduction, so I strive to use it for those means. Let words strive. Honestly, like, people have abused our reproductive organs so much. Just abused them so much. People don't know what they for. Then they'll have a kid and be like, I don't know how this happened. You don't know how this happen? You got your meat and put it up in some cooch. That's what happened. Why is you confused? Why do people be acting so confused? Why do grown men and grown women be confused when they get pregnant? You had unprotected meat and unprotected cooch. That's what happened. Kenneth said, yeah, that's right. Keep it real. Tyrone said keyword. What happened with keyword? Okay. Tiana said, we are realizing who the true God is, and this has been going on since the beginning. No one wants to talk about this and how the frequency has been lowered in the feminine. Kenneth says, send them love, light, energy. Send them love, light, energy to the heart chakra. No. The Bible says to pray for your enemies. When you try to teach them and they refuse, if they keep being on bullshit, fuck them. Don't do nothing. Don't send them no love and light. Don't pray for them. Don't meditate. No. Don't. That's what I mean by the energy illusion. Because that's what they're not going to tell you. Even these pastors and stuff like that who do teach the Bible, they're not going to tell you when to stop caring for your energies, for your enemies, see? For your energies, because your enemies are utilizing your energies. When you send them love and light, when you pray for them, they're not going to tell you about them scripture passages and Psalms where David was like, okay, God, I'm sick of these niggas, kill them. That's what David said in the book of Psalms. We can do that. We can recite those scriptures. We can ask God. We can ask the absolute divine to destroy our enemies. I've done that shit. I'll read those scriptures. I'll be like, look, God, I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. Get rid of them. I'm sick of these niggas. Get rid of these niggas. And then next thing I know, some crazy shit happened to him. Because I'm like, no, don't send them love and light. Don't do none of that. You can do it once. Maybe a good couple of times if you're still in communication. Once you cut them off, don't send them nothing. No thoughts, no prayers, no nothing. That's another thing that's a problem in the spiritual community, because we all were trained to be on this love and light energy by any means necessary for the negative entities, when we should only be giving our energy to the positive entities, the ones who actually want the best for the entire collective. So that's one thing. Tiana said too much ego. The magic touch said Ellie. Tyrone says speak. Tiana said living in their own ego, chasing the need to feel powerful, but not actually taking care of their responsibilities and fulfilling their duties. Period. Tyrone said, don't do them. Gold diggers is real. Yeah, gold diggers are real. At the same time, at least gold diggers go to where the gold is at. It be the broke woke niggas that be talking about gold diggers. Nigga, you ain't got shit, so why is you complaining about gold diggers? Are you a successful athlete? Are you a successful musician? Are you a rich dude? No, so shut up. The gold diggers know where the gold is at. So they have their own situations to be dealing with when it comes to that. That was my whole point when bringing that up as an example. At least they have the gold and they can afford whatever consequences they may come across. But to be these bum niggas that be causing the problems within the collective. Those rich people, they're not part of the collective. They're in an entirely different... Like, everybody wants to be a high value man, but don't want to pay high value prices. Kenneth said, divine feminine, the source of prime creator. Oh, divine feminine, the source, prime creator. Tiana said, it's like the roles are being reversed. Exactly. That's why it is the false matriarchy propaganda. Tyrone said, let's go. Emphasized by Tiana, appreciate it. Tyrone Johnson said, Kenneth said, in the Matrix, they do it all. Tiana said, talk about it. This gonna piss a lot of woke people off, and I'm here for it. Oh, yeah. What? Woo! And I tell you, it's really fuck these woke broke niggas, bro. When I tell you, it's fuck them. No, I came with all the heat. I've been through too much over the past 2 years, trying my absolute hardest and trying my best to build with them. Fuck them. Not only is it fuck up, I have exposed and am going to continue exposing a lot of these people. Because what the hell? These niggas had a platform way before I came on the scene, and I'm here trying to help them out, and they trying to kill me on some literal shit. These niggas trying to kill me, like trying to take my physical vessel and make sure that I can't breathe another breath. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like Krishan Rock when she had beat that bitch in the face at that award show on the red carpet. Yeah. Hell no, because you're not finna come up in my face pretending we buddy up in public with all these motherfuckers and then you want to do this shit behind the scenes. Hell no, I will punch you in the face in front of all these people, nigga. The fuck? Woo. Y'all, it's been a lot and I've been telling y'all. And I don't care. I'm not here to get clicks. I'm not here to get views. I'm not here for none of that. I'm here to let y'all know what's actually going on. And if someone's like confused about something, I can give my own interpretation on it. And if I have to give something that's directly, because this, I literally woke up, ate some food. I ain't even finished my coffee yet. And it's the day over, pretty much. It's over, half over. And I was given this message to say to y'all, this is how my life worked. I had to do everything I had to do, travel across all these other states and cities and shit, thinking I'm finna get something accomplished. Ain't got nothing accomplished with nobody. Nah, it's fuck all these woke broke niggas, bruh. I don't care how much money they think they got. They're not using their money in the right ways. They not. And they can't tell me I'm wrong. Even if they try to, they can't. Even if they try to, they can't. Universal Angie said, we create what the white man says. Hold on. We create what the white man says it is. So our minds manifest it for them. We manifest their ideas in the physical third dimensional realm. Right, Lioness? That, I mean, pretty much. Pretty much. And that's why, like, when you see Matrix people doing what they doing, you can't even be mad at them for real. You can't even be mad at them. It's these woke niggas that are the problem. Because Universal Angie, is that, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Universal Angie, aren't we aware of this? Aren't we conscious of this? Don't we know what chakras are? Don't we know the foods we're supposed to be eating? Don't we know the proper roles that we're supposed to be enacting as individuals and as a collective? Don't we know this? So why are we, as an enlightened collective, still making the exact same, if not worse, mistakes than people in the Matrix? That's the whole point I have been making this whole time. I'm not going to get on my vlog channel and talk about this the same way I would here. I could talk about black people in certain ways on my vlog channel because I'm a black person. That gives me the right to do that. However, when we're here and we're talking about, oh, this person, I follow this person, and I follow that person, and I learned this information, I've read this book, I've read that book, I've taken this course, I've taken that course, I've gotten this ebook, excuse me. If we're saying all that, and we're still making worse mistakes than people in the Matrix, what does that say? That means all of our intellect, all of our enlightenment, all of our knowledge don't mean shit at all. At all. At all. At all. That's what it means. Kenneth said, it's sad too. That's why I'm glad at this. Hold on. It's sad too. That's why I am glad this is at an end. Okay. Tiana said, it needs to be addressed because it's too much going on. Too many people talking. I want attention, views. Uh-huh. Kenneth said, live for self-defend on you, not me. Black Alien said, miss your daughter pregnant by your husband. Yo, what? I don't know what the fuck that is. Black Alien, you weirdo. Look at your profile picture. His profile picture look like this. I mean that literally. Like, if you look at his profile picture, y'all scroll up. His profile picture, Black Alien, his profile picture look like this. Tyrone said, these are facts. Kenneth Brown said, question. What they created here in the 5D, see, that's why I stated self, and I already created so much. I got it on paper too. That's great. Tiana said, yes. Kenneth said, that's right, cosmic law of Ma'at. Tiana Shepherd said, yes, Kenneth, facts, power. Kenneth said, I am on top of all of this BS. Trey, see, y'all weird. See, it's masculines. on that weird stuff. Why are you sending me a kissy face with blue emojis, blue heart emojis? Is that stream about this? It's not. Y'all, what I say? I told y'all. They do this every time. They masturbate too much and they sexualize me. Now they can't control. They literally can't control themselves. These are the guys in the collectives and the audiences of these other figures who are supposed to be their teachers who don't know how to treat feminines properly. Is this stream about me flirting with anybody? Do I look sexy to you right now? Is this sexy? I know I look nice, but this ain't got nothing to do with no. This ain't that. This. Do y'all see what I mean? I'm wearing a t-shirt. And to cover up, like I'm not. Tiana said manipulation. Kenneth said Matrix people for money said. Matrix puppets for money said. Okay. Kenneth said Big Mama Pimps. Ooh, not Big Mama Pimps. Big Mama Pimps. Tiana said all to stroke the male ego that makes them feel powerful. Exactly. Yes, you got it, goddess. Kenneth said, don't worry, Big Mama here and the low vibrational beings will be purged off the planet. I'm not waiting for nobody to purge nothing. And I'm not worried either. At the end of the day, everybody needs to let it be known who these crazy ass niggas is. These niggas is crazy as hell. Literally. Tyrone said they got the genuine guys in turmoil because it's assumed all of us be on that BS. Yep. Spank them. Tiana with the laughing emojis. Because period, this is when I was almost tripping. Like y'all had me like laughing inside while I was trying to talk. Tyrone Johnson said, I'm already hip. That's why I had to leave that ish alone, Ellie. Precisely. Learn and apply at your own discernment is how we elevate in this experience. Period. Tiana said, clock that T. Period. Kenneth said, lies, divisions, nobody stepping, all talk, no action, just complaining, no leaders, but this is going to change. No, period. And that's like I said, they want the matriarchy to do everything. I made it a mission to connect with certain people, to travel, to go to places, to build and do things. Every masculine I came across was a bitch. There was like a very, very small percentage of masculines that were actually about the mission for the collective. Majority of them were bitches. Whether they had an online platform or not. So then for it to especially happen with those who have big platforms and they a bitch, it's like, so that's why there's so many bitches. You are the example. You's a big bitch. You's a big old bitch. You big, you old, and a bitch. And you got a platform of thousands of people who send you money to be a bitch online. Okay. And Tyrone said, you know who General Shard from the tribe of Gad? General Tezaryak by chance. I don't know who that is. Tezaryak. No, I don't know who that is. Kenneth said, this is rejoice time for me, greatness, all power and more. Michael Johnson said, a part of the circle, supreme fire. Yeah, like, you know, I didn't know that people was talking about me like that. Once I found out they were talking about me like that, even before I had hit like 2,000 subscribers, I was like, so y'all motherfuckers knew who I was the whole time? And y'all think I'm so pretty to the fact that y'all can't even respect what I do professionally? I'm not finna sit up on this platform and wear a suit and dress business casual or dress business professional to talk to y'all about shit when I am literally being in the image of who I am on a regular everyday basis. If I go to a business meeting, then I'll be that on camera, but I'm not like one of these fake facade type of people. I shouldn't have to sit up here on my spiritual channel and say this, that, while I'm wearing professional clothing in order for people to respect what I'm saying. If you want that respectful type of attire and clothing, go to my business page for what I have been trying to teach these niggas in the first place. Y'all masculines need to get your own land. Y'all masculines need to get y'all's investments in order. Y'all masculines need to make sure that you got something that you can put your feminine to work on. If you working on something in your business, you can put your feminine to work in your business. That's what being a righteous pimp is. Instead of pimping your hoe out to get fucked by these other niggas, you make sure that she is in a position to help you out what you got going on so y'all can build y'all's kingdom and y'all's empire. Damn. Is it really that hard to comprehend? Is it really that hard to comprehend? But no, I'm just so pretty that nobody can focus on any of that. Shit retarded. The Magic Touch said, no. Tiana said, Ellie, I sent a lot of those comments while you were talking. Don't mind me. I saw the Magic Touch said, you are never supposed to go and entertain hypocrites and false believers, ever. Period. Nope. Kenneth said, unconditional love. Yo, Tyrone, y'all had me tripping with them laughing emojis, bro. The Magic Touch said, unconditional love does not mean begging someone to do right for themselves. Exactly. Do right by or for themselves. Exactly. If they're not going to do right, you leave them alone. Don't send them love and light. Don't pray for them. Don't meditate and try to... Nope. Because all that's going to do is drain your energy, and then they're going to pretend to do right for a little bit, and then they're going to trick you later. That's manipulation. Oh, send me... They'll pray for me. Shut up. Nope. Okay. Mr. King Draco 101 said, must build, must create. Andre 3000 said, what's your birth sign? I'm very much in my Sagittarius cusp energy right now. I'll usually speak about my more Saturnine connections, but I got the fire in me right now. So Empress is Sagittarius cusp for the time being. I'll get back into Saturn when it's necessary, but Sagittarius cusp. Kenneth said, it's mean this to be loving myself first. It means this to be loving myself first. The Magic Touch says, there are no more sacrificial lambs in this age. Do with what you will. Do with that what you will. Okay. There are no more sacrificial lambs in this age. Do with that what you will. Period. Ain't nobody... Look, everybody want this Yeshua energy to come back. Christians begging for Yeshua to come back and save them. Now these spiritual motherfuckers want the Anunnaki to come back and save them. Ain't nobody doing shit for you. Nobody. Yeshua already died on the cross. The Anunnaki already made themselves known as our celestial brothers and sisters. Y'all gotta connect with these beings y'all selves and do for self, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna come take you off the planet, abduct you, and save you from nothing. Nothing. Even in the Bible it says Christ comes back when the church is ready. The groom comes for the bride. The bridegroom comes back for the bride when the bride is ready. So if you niggas ain't ready, then ain't nobody gonna help you with nothing. It's just repeated. The same shit over and over again. And it's like, ain't nobody getting it. At least the majority. The teachers, they not saying this stuff. And I'm watching these teachers, and I'm like, I've unfollowed several of them. Because I'm just like, y'all just crazy. Why is y'all attacking young people? It'd be people in their 30s and 40s and 50s and shit attacking people in their early 20s. Not even like 29, 28. No. I'm talking 21, 22, 23. Attacking us. Y'all just mad because y'all old. Yeah, sure, 30 and 40 isn't actually old. But that's too old to be acting like that. Acting like we in high school and the new kid ended up being more popular than the popular kid, so the popular kid try to bully the new kid because they're popular. I didn't even get to your comment. I was gonna read it. I was literally about to read it. Free Thinker said LOL. Tyrone Johnson said, I gotta love-hate with the gold diggers because morally yuck, but now that they are pranking the hood boogers, it's a bit hilarious. I'm done talking about that. That's kind of lame to me. Free Thinker said transparent. Willie Evans said alkaline coffee. I don't know if it's alkaline or not. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I'm just drinking coffee right now. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Okay. Mr. King Draco says sass is real. LOL. Tyrone says shit. Ellie got the beam out. Oh, if y'all follow my Instagram, a few weeks ago I had number 5 from Codename Kicks Next Door as my profile picture, and it was her looking like this with them little wooden guns with the clip things that they would shoot people with their wooden guns. That was my profile picture for a few weeks. I was on these niggas' ass in the spirit realm. Then I exposed everybody after that. Mr. King Draco said, whoever isn't talking about building and creating isn't awakening or tapping into your inner self. Wynn Wortman said, see, Tyrone Johnson said, I seen this black alien lunch. You know, weird. Mr. King Draco said, you clowns have to control your sacral, but you do look nice, though, in an authentic way. I appreciate that. It was just weirdo in my DMs earlier. He sent me a voice clip, and this is how my spirit team be. My spirit team's so cold, they wouldn't let his voice clip work. So then I texted him back. I was like, hey, the voice clip isn't playing for me. He was like, I just wanted to let you know, like, you look nice, something, something, and I like your voice. Basically, he wanted to communicate through voice clips, and I was like, nah. And he was like, what'd you eat today? And some other stuff, trying to have a conversation. I was like, nah. He was like, what's wrong? I was like, that's weird to me. If you like my voice, you could listen to my music or watch my videos. This the shit that make my... Because at this point, it ain't got nothing to do with my looks. Niggas just want me. They crazy. I don't just leave dudes on red. If you having a real conversation with me and we're enlightening each other, I can have a conversation with you. But it just be these niggas that just want to talk to me. Even somebody texted my phone last night, sent me a picture and everything. They look good. They look nice. I'm not saying y'all ugly. That's not the problem. I texted them back. I said, nah, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. He texted me. He was like, okay. He told me who he was and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm only connecting with people building in their local community. So if you actively have that going on, then we can discuss that. Because I'm not finna keep talking back and forth to somebody who ain't got shit going on for the mission, nigga. Like, I'm not just finna talk to you because you cute. Then he texted me back. He said, I actively want to be part of what you have going on. What's your name? First of all, bitch, how did you get my number? You know what the fuck my name is. Fuck you. And then second of all, no, you can't be part of what I got going on. Because you don't want to be part of what I have going on. You just want to talk to me. Y'all niggas think y'all slick. And then I said, nah, I don't partner with people. I can get pointers on your own projects. If you're an entrepreneur, I have a networking and social media boosting group chat for support. Then this bitch gonna text me back talking about something. I'm one person. And no, I'm not interested in buying or selling anything. Like a genie, I'm going to disappear with the emoji. Take care. Sorry to bother you. Why do y'all niggas be wanting my attention? This stuff that I post has nothing to do with none of the shit that y'all be trying to do. Y'all trying to run game on me, I will pimp you out. Trust me. If I get mad enough and then the higher realms give me permission, I will start pimping niggas out. All of these niggas want to be like, black power and some bullshit. I will start pimping you out. I will do it if they give me permission to do so. I told y'all, I'm in my Sagittarius cusp energy right now. The Capricorn shit had to sit down for a minute because y'all niggas not structured. Y'all niggas not structured, so I'm really just gonna start getting on y'all's asses and pimp you out. Yeah. Yep. Because what is that? Talk about what's your name. You got my number. You know what my name is if you were able to find my phone number. You bitch. Kenneth says she's right. And that was yesterday. Kenneth says she's right on point. I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it. Hold on. I don't look the way it. I'm assuming you're saying I don't look at you that way at all, a creator. So yeah, I'm gonna say it that way. Mr. King Draco said, wait, Why wait when we can purge things ourselves? Makes no sense. I don't know in what context you're saying that. Y'all see my freckles coming in? I see my freckles like the other day. I was like, yo, my freckles is coming in. They've never been this loud before. Hello, freckle. Okay. Sean at first glance said, call him out because this swamp needs to be drained. You can watch my last stream. And one, the very, very last one is a couple streams ago, exposing the spiritual community. And I got links. And I got links in the description box to other shit going on. Yeah. Kenneth said, we all that are men step up to the plate. Willie Evans said, roles reversed. Mr. King Draco said, don't really like us talking on platforms 24/7, but not putting in necessary work. It's a waste of time. The enemy built his energy centers. Where are yours? Thank you. The enemy built his energy centers. Where are yours? Thank you. That's what I be saying to these people. People be looking at me crazy. I'll be like, hey guys, let's invest in some real estate. Let's get some land so we can build over here. And then we can like plant some gardens and stuff like that. We can set up some crystal grids. And then we can have these energy sources for this and that. Niggas just look at me talk and then go on about their business. And then get online again and start crying about their lives. And it's like, well, you didn't do nothing about it though. Because even if money is an issue, I know how to get the money. We all work together. We get money together. I tried to start businesses with these people, and I tried to buy land with these people. Tyrone said, Shad and Tezariak are Hebrews from New York. They were the solid brothers I started my journey watching. Then it watered down as I attempted to learn from other brothers of that community. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who they are. But, okay. I was on the Hebrew shit for a little while. That was 1 year. All I needed was that little boost for me to get certain information because I was already into the occult. A lot of Hebrews are not into the occult, which is actually their problem because they're afraid of the occult. Even though the Bible tells you not to be afraid of anything, they take a lot of scriptures out of context because even somebody replied to one of my videos with a whole bunch of scriptures trying to debunk what I was saying about divination and being a follower of Christ, because all of us who are righteous beings are beings who have achieved Christ consciousness through aligning all of our chakras to our crown chakra and achieve Christ consciousness. That's what that means. Then they put a bunch of scriptures saying exactly what I was saying as far as people picking and choosing what scriptures they want to follow and trying to make magic seem like a bad thing. And I'm just like, you do know you just use magic by putting those scriptures in the comment section, right? You do know that words are spells, right? You do know that the Bible is just a big spell book, right? But they just not there. That's why I don't mess with the Christians and the Hebrews too much, because they just not there. They just not there. Mr. King Draco said, not you, Ellie, I'm talking about other platforms. If you do respond to this comment, I'm talking about these collab streamers of us. Yeah, like, that's why I don't be collabing with nobody no more. Like, I'll jump on somebody else's platform, but I'm not allowing nobody else on my platform. Not for real. Not for real. Yes, big Sagittarius energy, Tyrone. Draco said, I blame the elders. They have been preoccupied with living in this simulation for too long. Yeah. I mean, we can blame them all we want to, honestly, because it is their fault. It's just at the end of the day, we have to realize to leave them alone. And just like, we can take the information. We got to stop donating to them. It's really like, it might hurt us, you know, emotionally. Be like, oh, well, I should support them because they're old. And then, no, fuck them. Fuck them. Because their spirits are being forced to share information. They have to. It's part of their programming as individuals. They have to give us the information because it's necessary so we can utilize it. As far as supporting them and supporting their platforms, nope, can't do it no more. Africa Umoja said, when did you know you were ready to have kids? That's a random question. That's a very, very random question for the topic that we have going on right now. That's very random. And like, I didn't know I was ready to have kids. I always knew I was going to be a mother, and I was in a solid relationship at the time. So yeah. Tyrone said, it's hilarious. I can't even access my IG no more. Damn. Yes, with the big Sagittarius fire. Wayne Wortman said pimp them. Yes. Yes, I will pimp them. Yes. Because they don't know how. They think I'll make them fuck people. And that's not what it is. Like, all I got to do is get in their minds a little bit and make them do the stuff that I want them to do, which will get me money. But I'm not going to do that, though. Like, I don't want to. That's the whole problem. I don't want to do that. But I know that they on bullshit, so I know how to do that. Anyway. Mega harassed by FISA program said, that's weird how he get your number. Sounds like an obsession or stalker. That's definitely questionable. Be careful. Don't even entertain strangers. And that's the thing. I would love to just not entertain strangers. My purpose is to help people in the community. But it's a bunch of bullshit people in the community. So I be having to filter them out all the time. People be mad like, oh, you didn't respond to my DM. Or, oh, I texted you a long time ago and this and that. It's like, do you know how much bullshit I come across? And I'm literally here, like, intentionally, like, working on business with people, working on my own business. Like, I have to communicate with different people for different things. So in order for me not to have a clogged inbox, I have to respond just to see what somebody's about. And if it's serious, then I'll, go further in whatever connection that is. Or I'll leave them be like that. That last message he sent, I didn't text back to that. Niggas is weird. Even me saying they're weird doesn't do justice for what's actually going on. These people are trying to consume me as a person. I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't know why they're treating me like a video girl. I was a video girl for 1 week when I was like I was 18 years old. I was a video girl for 1 week. I was like, not doing that shit. Nope. I made $20, got out. Nope. So it's like, how am I making the content I'm making here, spiritual content, and I make real estate content where people can actually make their own money, and still dudes treat me this way? I'm not that, I can't be that pretty. I can't be. That is not possible. I can't be. That doesn't make sense. There's something wrong with them mentally. Draco said they will use 1,000 scriptures but not spiritually aligned. And Tyrone said exactly. Willie Evans said they don't know about minerals, right, and etc. Man, what? They don't know nothing about nothing. Nothing about nothing. K.O. Farrell said true morals and discipline are important. Put the clap emojis. What's good, Farrell? I appreciate seeing you here. Tyrone said, I can't even imagine you shaking your little tail feather. That's on Instagram. That's the thing. Like, I be having fun. Like, on Instagram, I be having fun. I be trolling the fuck out of everybody on Instagram. That is so much fun to troll. But at the same time, I am who I am. And I share the information that I share on such a regular basis that even when I post content like that, it should be a, oh, ha, ha, ha. Oh, my gosh, man, she being silly. That's all the reaction I be expecting. People literally, even females, it's not always masculines. The 1% of my content of me dancing or having fun in any sort of sensual sense, they make that 1% of my content my entire identity in their heads. Literally. Tyro said your energy is why. Willie said that. I mean, I don't get it. I still don't get it. I know I got a lot of energy, but like, so we not finna buy no land. I have literally, there's been I'm pretty much done with this stream, unless I'm called to pull some more cards. But yeah, this is a fake propaganda. I had two different opportunities this year that I created with my own thoughts to make a different group of masculines millionaires. We all were going to be millionaires this year and be able to help the community out in a big way. Some of them just got on bullshit and didn't do none of the stuff they said they were going to do. Another one sent me a picture of his dick. These are $1 million deals here. Helping the community out. But in return, I get lazy niggas and dick pics. Then after I get a picture of his dick, he gonna block me. After I say, now why the fuck would you do that? So I call you out on your bullshit, and instead of apologizing and getting your head on straight, you wanna block me. This is why I'm on my Queen Nicki shit. Like, Nicki Minaj, she's a Sagittarius. I am the king and all these bitches is my sons. Cause there ain't no fucking way. There ain't no way. I'm exhausted. This is why I don't partner with people no more. It's too much. The most that anybody will get out of me directly is being part of my entrepreneur group chat. People can get my free stuff, like I have free ebooks available, and then I have my paid programs, my free ebooks and stuff like that. And then my paid ebooks, I mean. And then my free platforms on my actual website. That's it. Ain't nobody talking to me no more about nothing like that. Nope. I'll talk to y'all when I want to talk to y'all. There's some of y'all that I do talk to on a regular basis, and y'all are cool. Most of y'all are crazy. Tyrone said it could be the element of surprise. Freethinker said, with digital money, Ellie, LOL or nah. What you mean digital money for what? Because like one of the projects actually was some blockchain shit. Supposed to be millionaires. Dick pic. Okay. Alright. Tyrone said, fuck with me, I'm not on that. No BS, you need my email. No. I do not need your email. If you need help with something, you can hit me up and ask me questions on how to build. I will not partner with anybody. At all. Do not ask, it's a waste of time. I don't care. There's people I'm talking to right now, they already own like a few plots of land, and all they need pretty much is like gardening tips and tips on attracting a crowd of people that are on that same type of energy to be able to build in their community. Otherwise, I'm not helping nobody with nothing. I've tried to help people get land. I've tried to help people gather a community together. I've given away seeds before. I've given gardening tips, and people, no. Nope. No. Freethinker said, LOL, wow. Do what you gotta do to protect yourself. Facts, facts. Tyrone said, what if with your guidance, as you get the plan lined up, you down at that point? I can tell you the blueprint. I can tell you some stuff and I can help you out, but I'm not doing it with you. I don't gotta be there. I'm done being somebody's assistant that they don't appreciate. The fuck? That's why I share the information I share on the internet. I was like, anybody can take what I'm saying and use it for themselves. As far as us communicating directly by phone call, DM, any direct one-on-one communication, no. You're gonna have to buy my services. You can book a call with me. You can book a two-hour call, and I can help you set up a business so you can do certain things on a regular basis. I'm not finna be partner with you. Nobody. Yeah, respectfully, because I don't have time. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy in me no more to keep trying with people. Because my thing is, I'm not even at the point of allowing somebody to disappoint me. Like, I'm not even trying to give anybody the chance to disappoint me. And so it's like, maybe you don't intend to disappoint me, but once I get in your energy and I challenge you, that's when people expose their true self. So am I saying that you're not being truthful and honest right now? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, don't fuck with me. Don't even do it. Just do it yourself, and I can help you out with advice for the things that I already shared. Otherwise, no. Tyrone said, ain't nothing free or over here. Yeah, ain't nothing free at all no more. I've given away courses for free on how people can get started in real estate, how they can start a business with it. I found property for free for people. All we had to do was gather up the money to actually buy it. I've everything that I did free. I ain't doing that shit no more. At all. All I'm doing right now is I'm working on my movie, and I have my book that is being released later this year. People can buy it if they want to. People can be part of the movie if they would like to be part of it, as far as music and soundtrack and visual art. Other than that, I'm not partnering with nobody for nothing. Nope. Because of this reason right here. The exact title of this video is exactly the reason I'm not partnering with nobody. Tyrone said, I comprehend why. I can't imagine your heartbreak each and every time. Every single time. People that I loved for years. Years. And it's just, even just accomplishing, studying something. Just study this so you'll know what it is and I can help you along the way. They can't even get that far. Just watch these videos. Just read this text. Just do enough to where when I'm talking to you, you'll know what I'm talking about. They can't even do that. Yeah, it's just fucking with me right now, SMH. Me, personally, I don't give a fuck about, like, none of the shit that's happened, simply because I never needed nobody. Me, personally. I do this because I'm called to do it, and I would have liked to do it. Now that I'm exclusively on the internet, I'm just here to share messages now at this point, because as far as building, no, it's fuck everybody. I never needed it. People thought I was trying to use them. People thought I was trying to take advantage of them. People called me entitled and all type of crazy shit. And it's just like, everything that I'm trying to do with y'all, I already did it by myself. So what the fuck is you talking about? People swear they don't know me. Like the dude in the text message talk about what's your name? Bitch, how are you asking me what my name? Why do people try their best so hard to make me feel like I'm a nobody? You are approaching me and you're trying to make me feel like a nobody. People are crazy. This is what I mean when I be calling niggas retarded. Like, I don't like saying that all the time. But as you can see, people are retarded. That don't make sense. These people be looking real good. They look really nice. They're mentally fucked up and or have their own agenda. And they think I'm stupid and gonna go for the okie doke. Taro said, you good people, else you deserve better folk. Draco said, don't give up hope, Ellie. Taro said, that bitch was strong as hell. What? Draco said, but I get it, they dummies. Yeah, I'm not giving up hope. That's why I'm like, I can help different people from afar. I'm not partnering with nobody. Draco said, I live in Memphis, so I know. I mean, that shit was stupid. That shit was stupid. When we were in Memphis and we had that property, we had a group of people. All we had to do, I already had my money. One of the younger dudes, he already had his money. All we had to do was get that property and we could have set up shop, had a few rows of gardening, food set up already. Got a little property, like a little shed, and built probably a little tiny home on it. Parked the RV there. There was enough space for all that. Parked the RV there with the tiny home or the shed and the shed for storage materials and stuff like that. Grow some food. We would have been fine in Memphis. But no, people didn't want to cooperate because I was the leader. I wasn't trying to be the leader. Even one of the dudes in the group was like, oh yeah, people probably won't respect you because you're feminine, so I'll take on that masculine role. Gone, poof, leaves out of nowhere. And it's like, what happened to you? Weren't you supposed to be the masculine figure to help lead? No, because he's a bitch. Because why would you say something like that to a person and then leave from the group with no explanation? On that hermit shit. Because the dude's not even lonely. He's not even like a person who doesn't have a girlfriend or nothing like that. He had a relationship. But he was still like, folks just be on that tweak shit. Tyrone said, dream come true, flushed, SMH. Wow. Yeah. I've been through too much to, I don't... No, there's no reason for me to partner with anybody. They said to shuffle up my cards and then pull one more time. Like, that's the thing. If I was to already have everything, right, and then people could just come in on what I have going on, that's what these masculines want. They just want me to do everything and then they mooch off of it. That is the false matriarchy propaganda. 18 viewers and 18 likes. That's exactly what it is, but they're not going to say this. They're not going to say it out loud. One of the people I was around, somebody had texted me this one deal in Texas. I think it was a few acres. If it not, it might have been 10 acres. I don't remember exactly, but it was this one property in Texas. Somebody texted it to me. They texted me the deal on my real estate number, my real estate business number, and I showed the person who has a platform, and like I showed them my phone. I was like, hey, look, somebody sent me this. They look at my phone, they're like, uh-huh. Never brought it up ever again. Never asked me about it, nothing. And then when I'm working on my real estate business, like on my laptop and stuff like that, they're like, oh, well, since you're already in training. I'm like, bitch, nigga, I had employees before, you hoe. Talk about I'm in training. The only thing that I haven't done on my own is buy a property. I already own property. I'm an heiress. I have inherited property. I'm not new to none of this shit. Niggas be trying their best to make me feel inadequate on some bullshit. I'm one of the most known people for educating people on real estate. I don't say that shit though. I don't need to. One of the shows that's been boosted up by DJ Envy from the Breakfast Club, he was literally an endorser for the real estate show that I was on. I was featured on that show. The fuck? Is these same niggas talking about the matriarchy that will try their best to make the matriarchy feel inadequate. Talking about some, oh, I knew you were an empress when I was like expressing something. I'm like, okay, what? Why would, what type of shit is that? Oh, I knew you were an empress. Why are you saying that? Like you are trying to make yourself, what? Alright, so we're going to pull now. And the High Priestess came out. That's the second card. The first one, I can't see it yet. Look who came out again. Queen of Chalices. Because fuck you mean. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Chalices, the Orphan, and the Lion. And the first card we have is Anyame. And in this corner is Caroline Still Anderson. She's a feminine figure who had very, very prestigious type studies, and she went back and shared all of her information and knowledge with those who were not able to get the type of education that she got because they couldn't afford it. Look at all these beautiful feminine figures. Like, yes, we have a masculine here, but here's the feminine we're talking about. We have the High Priestess, and we have Marwe. This is the real matriarchy. We need the feminine educators who are actually going to teach the children the truth without an agenda. We have the High Priestesses who are here to give intuitive knowledge and information and prophecies. And then we have the very strong feminine leaders who come back and rise up from the dead after being attacked by these fuck niggas. Tyrone said, I feel you. I personally won't mention it again. I just can't. Yeah, I appreciate it. Draco said, if they aren't spiritual. Tyrone said, yeah, I'm going to need to purchase some of that information. It's linked in my, what's it called? On my About tab on YouTube. Draco said, they will underestimate you based off of how you look, especially if you're young. And that's gay to me. That is gay to me. How I have multiple platforms of thousands of people that I educate. Thousands. My Facebook group has 13,000 members in it. My Instagram has 2,000 people following it. My YouTube is a little, yeah, but I started my YouTube after all of that other stuff I got popping. How do I have a platform of thousands of people that I'm educating on how to change their life financially and create generational wealth for themselves? Talking about some I'm just in training when I've been doing this shit for 6 years. And it's these big old bitches. They old. They too old. They just mad that they didn't do what I did. Trying to make me feel inadequate. Aren't we spiritual? Aren't we awakened? Aren't we enlightened? Shouldn't you be happy to have me on your team? I can help you get to wherever you want to go quick. Whenever I put my energy into something, I do it quick. I do it fast. It may not start off fast because I'm planning. When I'm planning and I'm in plotting mode, that takes a little minute. But once I get into action mode, it happens fast. That's how my energy is. I told you I'm Saturn. That's Saturn for the planning. But then that fire energy come out with that Sagittarius. When that Sagittarius come out, it's go time. It's go time. Tyrone said, teach. Willie Evans said, Mom and I put a tripod on the land so oil companies won't steal oil from our land from miles away, but nobody talk about it nor hear about it. Smart things. Smart things are boring, apparently. Apparently, that's too boring to have a conversation about. Apparently that's too boring, because that makes me very genuinely interested, because then I got questions, so I'll probably have to hit you up in the DMs and ask some questions, because I'm not going to ask them on live. But now I got like, that's a genuinely real conversation that makes sense, because like people think like this and that is happening and that's how they're stealing from it. No, they try to steal from us in any type of way possible. Any sort of way possible, they try to steal from us without us knowing about it. Yet at the same time, we have solutions for stuff. Bro can literally educate everybody on that. Yet they don't want to have conversations about that though. They want to talk about the matriarchy. They want to talk about all this other bullshit when all they want is a grandma to take care of them. Tyrone said, damn, I didn't even realize that was a possibility, bro. How do they steal oil, fam? Like, okay, so I don't know the exact thing, but I can figure out what he's saying just by how he said it. When you're underground, think of a water well, right? The water is not just the water well. It's not just that little spot. So same thing with oil. You dig deep, you find the oil, you strike oil. That oil, along with like that water, it spreads out. There's a whole like ecosystem of water or oil depending on what you're getting. So anyone can strike it and take oil or water from that area depending on where they are. Because if they let's say they're like a mile away, and so because like he said miles away, if they're a mile away, all they got to do is dig deep enough and then dig underground into the direction. If your oil plot is over here and they're over here a mile away, all they got to do is dig far down deep enough, dig this direction until they strike where the oil is, and then it'll filter the water, filter the oil back to them and they can pipe it out. Draco said, you have to study intelligence, all forms. Tyrone said, right. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. I'm finna close this out, though. I'm finna get this. All of them? Okay, they said all of them. Alright. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the entity Domfi, which is the rain god. Generous mentor, teacher, responsible, professional help, professional skills, uprightness. This is what the masculines are supposed to be, those who are on these platforms. However, like, we just need more to be in the forefront. The righteous masculines. Then we have justice, which is law, tribe, ethnic group, people. And that's the entity Chosi, the god of justice. What we need is impartial judgment, law and order, natural law, evening the score, restorations of balance. And what we currently have is injustice, hypocritical behavior, cowardice, and narrow-mindedness. Then we have the hermit again. Back with the hermit. The witch doctor, the entity Deng, civilizing God who abandoned mankind in disgust. The reason for the hermit mode is spiritual retreat, wisdom, austerity, meeting with the master. A lot of these dudes went to hermit mode and ended up with misanthropy, hostility towards life, lack of compassion, and distrust. And then we have the feminine entity, the Empress, which is the mother, the Orisha Oshun, goddess of love, creativity, and fertility. We do have, like, this is what the true matriarchy is: fertility and abundance, imagination, creativity, love rewarded. And what the feminine has become for several different reasons is envy, creative sterility, laziness, destructive seduction, meddling in the affairs of others. Gossiping ass bitches are the ones who are praised in this circle of what we call being woke on some crazy shit. People like to say I gossip and I'm in drama all the time, and I'm just like, again, that's 1% of what I have going on my platforms. I'm not always in the mix of some shit. People literally ask me and invite me to be in their space, and I call out their bullshit, and then I expose them. That's not me being in drama. These are some fuck ass hoes. And then last we have the King of Pentacles, which is the entity Sodi. Like, I always mess up his name, but it's Tsoede. Conqueror, prince, and innovator. Ambitious man, fighter, valorous person, innovation, practical intelligence, initiative, success, businessman. That is what the masculine is truly supposed to be. Truthfully. And then on the bottom of both of the decks we have children. So we have the four chalices, which is the orphan and the lion, and this one is the two of wands and the entity of Bombao, the spirit of the unburied dead that possesses newborns with madness. This is what our youth is dealing with right now: hardship, awkwardness, madness, confusion, delirium, uncertainty, fears for the future, and sadness. What type of future do you think that our people have with all this weirdo shit going on? It's uncertain as hell, and it's scary. So that's why I'm here to expose a lot of it. People think we have to rebuild civilization because of some war that they think is going to happen. No, we have to rebuild civilization from the thought processes of what's being spewed out here. Draco said, have to remove their dirty energy pipes as well. Tyro said, right, but you would have to build a structure for the pipes to pull that oil is what I'd assume. I've done water lines before, and that's kind of why I'm so intrigued. Willie said, or they go underground. One person have told me like 3 months ago that they stole oil underneath their siblings' land. Damn. Folks shiesty. Ko Pharaoh said, true. Yep. So if y'all got some more comments or any questions y'all want to ask, I'm done with the cards. So I'm going to put these up. But yeah, this is like they want this false pretense of what the narrative of the true matriarchy is supposed to be. The matriarchy is not supposed to be here to run everything and take care of everything while the masculines don't do what they're supposed to do. No, the masculine is still supposed to provide and protect. We're just here to enforce and make sure that that's what's happening. The feminines are still the nurturers. We're still the ones who cater to the family in the different ways that's supposed to happen. We're not supposed to be the ones in charge. Not in that sense. Tyrone said that reading was everything. Greatly appreciated it. I'm telling you, I literally ate my food, got my coffee that I still haven't finished. Like, I'm talking half the cup still in here, if y'all can see that. And I wrote it down in my notes, because even the way it came to me, it was like matriarchy, false matriarchy propaganda. I wrote it down in my notes immediately. Because I'm just like, yo, I didn't realize what exactly was happening, what was going on. I just knew something was off, and I was like, I need to address it, but everything's clear. Everything's absolutely clear, because they're not going to tell you exactly what I said. They're not going to say that. And like I said, if you want to know exactly what I'm talking about, I've already exposed these people. So you can go to my stream where I said exposing the spiritual community, because fuck them. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I just don't like saying names all the time. So in this particular video, I'm not going to say names, but I said all the names and gave all the proof and all the evidence. What that other nigga called them, he said receipts. That nigga was taking pictures of me and calling them receipts. He would take pictures of me without my permission and then show me later. He showed me one picture this one time and then let me know. I'm like, okay, this is not the only and first picture you've ever taken of me without my permission. And I'm over here trying to figure out why all these people are sexualizing me so much. This dude was taking pictures of me without my permission and sending them to people. Yet, he's talking about the matriarchy is rising. No, your dick is rising to the matriarchy, bitch. Tyrone with the target. Hit it right on the target. Willie said, I like my coffee how I like my whipping. Oh, God. And Tyrell said that's weird and bogus as hell. Yeah, people don't know what I've been dealing with. I've shared the legal shit I've been going through. But if I was to talk about all the details of everything, how this big bitch had an unhealthy ass diet and hit, like you know you can tell somebody's health by the way they fart. If you do a little or whatever, you know that's a healthy fart. If you got a you good, you healthy still. Even if you shart a little bit, like, okay. This motherfucker will fart like he got metal clanking in his ass. I'm talking about banging pots and pans and shit in his booty cheeks on some crazy, like, I can't even do the sound. How would that even, like, I can't even do the sound. But that shit would sound like motherfucking metal pots and pans clanking and shit. But he telling y'all to detox. He telling y'all to detox. When he got motherfucking metal pots and pans clinking in his ass. I was trying not to laugh, but y'all got the laughing emojis. Ailmans to the max. Yep. And I'm gonna talk about this another time, but that same person, y'all want to send cash out donations to him? Man, that nigga was buying me clothes and buying me like unhealthy food. I had to request to go to the grocery store, buying me unhealthy food and shit. Going to fast food restaurants. I'm trying my best to eat healthy. I'm ordering lamb and like vegetarian and vegan meals as much as I possibly can, considering the fact that it's fast food. Buying me all type of clothes, buying me new shoes and shit like that. That's where your cash out donations is going. This nigga was trying to have a sugar baby. I'm over here thinking I'm accepting gifts from somebody who said that they were going to help me out. No, come to find out, this nigga ain't got shit going on for himself except trying to be some wannabe pimp. That's where the cash out donations was going. It ain't going to no community. Tyrone said, that's you, Mof. What? Look, bro. Nah, this shit over with. That's why it's like, I'm not, no. It's me personally not dealing with nobody, and I don't want nobody else to deal with nobody else. It's like, no. Everybody do everything for yourselves, and you connect with other people who are doing for themselves. Because at this point, the spiritual community, not only is it toxic, this is actually a dangerous place to be. My life was in danger several times dealing with all these people. When said pimp them, KO Pharaoh says safeguard. But yeah, we're not. No, this is not a safe place to be. This is actually the most dangerous place because people think like it's the government coming after them. No, it's not the government. It's people who look exactly like us, who do exactly what we do. You would think that people get on these platforms and will be able to collaborate and be cool with each other. And why do y'all think that no significant spiritual creators have collaborated with each other to create something grand? These people have enough followers, they have enough money, they have enough supporters, they have enough resources to do something grand together. All they do is make music. All they do is like they might go live together. There's no physical structure for nothing. They haven't even started a business together. They haven't started a business together. Why do you think it hasn't happened? These niggas is crooks. They're crooks, they're hypocrites, they're dangerous, they're predators. And they think they're apex predators. Motherfucker, you thought you was an apex predator till I came on the scene. Okay. Okay, watch out for Sovereign Empress, bitch. You tried to fuck with me, tried to fuck with my spirit team, tried to fuck with everybody around me. Okay. 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 Yeah. You're looking at a real matriarch. I already explained. I'm part of my bloodline has produced me as a person at this specific time period intentionally. Tyrone said, let's go with the big fire, big Sagittarius energy in the building. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go to Shalom Rainicorns. I will see y'all in the next one. And we're going to have a virtual business meeting soon. I got some stuff I want to talk to y'all about. And again, you can have full access to the virtual business meetings even after they're live for 24 hours if you join the membership here on the channel. There's going to be way more information in our memberships and on my website directly versus being out in the public. Because as y'all can see, these niggas don't appreciate nothing. So you can get free content on my website and you can get paid content here in a membership. Draco said, bye, Sovereign Ellie, what's good? No, Tyrone said Eaglefoot out. If y'all don't like Eaglefoot's a thing. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. For now, yeah, for sure. Sounds great. Yep. But that's it, y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all for listening in. Definitely more information coming soon, because it's like, I'm not trying to be up here debunking and debating and all that crazy stuff with people. I'm not looking for none of that. Yes. If you know, you know. I'm not here to debate, especially with males. This is like, I don't like that shit. However, I'm here for righteousness. So I'm not gonna leave any stone unturned when we're revealing this truth. The truth is the truth. All right, peace.